Yo, what is up everyone and welcome back to another Destiny 2 video with your host, Ken Kukin, and today we got the third encounter for the Salvation's Edge Raid Guide for Dummies. Yes, for people that want videos that are more tailored to them, it shows them exactly how to do it and where to do it. I got you covered, right? I like when someone explains something to me, I want them to explain what I need to do and only what I need to do. I don't want to see what everyone else is doing, all right? So real quick, I'm going to show you one of the bugs that my teams have been coming across quite frequently. When it's time to dunk our symbols into the music box, it doesn't spawn up. Now, you could say, oh, well, you didn't, close all the antenna. These turrets only spawn when everyone's antennas are locked. So that's how you know all the antennas are locked if you don't see it in the bottom left corner of the screen. And in the bottom left corner of the screen, it has it 3 times. The resonant conductor sparks to life. That's how you know 3 people locked it. So we don't know why this bug happens. If anyone knows and it's something we can circumvent, please let us know. If not, it is what it is. Don't sweat it. And yeah, this is just the music box would not let us progress. This happened to us. This has happened like 5 to 10 times in all the runs I've did at this part on the second floor, and it's happened on the third floor. It actually happened on the third floor. We were gonna win, and then we sat there for like 30 seconds to a minute, and we just had to wipe because no music box, so we couldn't spawn the boss or the final yellow bar. All right, so there are different ways you can do this encounter. I'm gonna teach you guys how my team does it and now how I have people do it, right? I like to think it's a little more straightforward. Now, let me talk about the rooms for a moment. There are 3 rooms you go through, and there are 6 plates per room. There's a pair of 2 for each team of 2, right? So it's 3 teams of 2 again, right? Just like the second encounter. There's plates that are on the left of the room, the middle of the room, and the right of the room. Now, when we go to the second floor, I believe the middle ending plate and the left ending plate are swapped. And what I mean by that is the starter plate that starts in the middle will send its signal to the left plate. And the left plate that starts on the left will send their signal, will end up going to the middle plate, but the right just sends it to the right. So the method I'm about to teach you, what I just said right there, you could just ignore that for this method. But other teams that might have the runners flip flop or switch, this method is gonna eliminate that too. Now it's probably a little bit more efficient for the dunkers to just dunk wherever the symbol, like the symbol spawn around me. I grab those and I go dunk on someone else's plate. I just have everyone come back to their own plate. Just they go grab their own symbols, come back to their own plates, and we cut out anyone really flip flopping. So it's not the most efficient way, but I think because I'm teaching so many people, it's going to keep things straightforward. The one thing I will say about starting plates, because when we start going up to the second and third floor, especially the third floor, the people that start the plates should never leave the plates until they hear that all 3 antennas are locked, right? So when I say the right side is locked, that the right person that's on the third floor should not move. No starter plate person should leave, because if someone fails to lock their plate, they need to send that signal back. And instead of everyone kind of like, oh, well, the right starter plate sends its signal to the middle. So we just eliminate the extra callouts and confusion. If all the starter plates never leave their starting plates until it's time to go, nobody can possibly mess up, right? So let me go ahead and dive into this explanation real quick, and we will get you guys started. So I take the right side. The first thing that's going to happen, tormentors are going to spawn. So we kill the tormentors. The people that are dunking on the plates, I recommend that they get the final blow on the tormentors, so they get the buff and they can see the totem symbol without anyone else having to call for it. So you can help take the shoulder pads out, and then if you're a Nova Bomb, you can Nova it. A Golden Gun, you can Golden Gun it. Me, I just use my Arc Souls abilities and Heavy, and I gun it down. But I've been starting to use my Nova Bomb to take it out now, just to make it much faster, right? So I'm going to kill this Tormentor. I'm going to get the buff at the top of the screen, Stolen Valor, and then I'm going to look at my symbol. So at this point, turrets are going to spawn up. Once all 3 Tormentors are dead, turrets are going to spawn up, right? So I forget about them all the time. So we kill the turrets. Everyone else in the room says that they're ready. So I say that I'm ready. The middle person in the middle, when they're done with their turrets, say they're ready, and the person on the left says when they're ready. You can also add the extra step and say the starting plate, like right starting plate is ready, middle starting plate is ready, and left starting plate is ready. And I would synchronize the starting plates again, because when the plates and the signals start flip-flopping back and forth from where they come, you're going to want to just have everyone in sync and start at the same time, right? So you're going to have the starting plate start at the same time. So I start up. Oh, well, I guess we're going to kill these turrets still. And then when they say it's ready, I seen the light touch the plate. I step on it. We bounce it back just twice. We used to do 3 times, and we might do 3 in this video, but now we've just been doing it twice. So that means I step on the plate to send the signal back once, and then I step on the plate to send it back a second time, right? My teammate steps on the plate to, once to start it, and then a second time to send it back to me, and then they should come to the front of the room by their partner to help kill a yellow bar subjugator, right? So bam, there it is. I send it back, and it looks like I'm doing the 3 plate. No, okay. I'm not touching 3 anymore. All right, so here comes the yellow bar. I get ready to grab it. It looks like did we fail this? It looks like my teammate came over and started grabbing triangles already, which is fine. So whatever shape I needed, did I look at my, let's see. I think I'm going to have squares, but I don't know if I even looked back at the thing. It's circles. So my antenna wants circles. So I just go to wherever the circles are, right? And it's like, oh, here are, I help with this subjugator too. It doesn't matter who gets the final blow on these guys as long as they get out of here. So I grab a circle, a sphere, right? I grab 1, 2, I grab a third. And at this point, I call out and say, hey, the circles are ready. And that tells the people at the starting plates, right, that they can grab circles. Now, what we've been having the starting plates do is only grab the symbols closest to their plates after the runners, after the dunkers grab what they need, right? So the dunkers grab first, and I try to stay to the front of the room, so I grabbed one a little bit further towards the starting plate, but I grabbed the circles, and I say circles are ready. So that means the person in the center, because the circles are spawning center, the starting plate in the center would now just wander around and get, 3 circles, right, for their plate to put in the music box. And then someone would say triangles is ready, so the triangle person would get all theirs. And then someone would get the squares, and the squares would say that they're ready. And at this point in time, once you've heard everyone say that their shape is ready, the starting plates, once again, in synchronization, would say the right starting plate is ready, the left starting plate is ready, the middle starting plate is ready. And then it's a 3, 2, 1 step on. So again, when you get to the 3rd floor, you master the synchronization, because when you get to the 3rd floor, everyone steps on their plate at the same time to start it between the starters, and that way no one has to wonder when the beam of light is getting to the end plate and who it's coming from, right? So we go ahead and we call it out. Your mic is fuzzy, Force. Yeah, you try again. Leave the party, try again. So we get to the ending plates. I lock in my plate once again to lock it in, and turrets spawn, and I forgot about them. Turrets are spawning. I lock in my antenna. So what I do there is I go ahead and shoot my antenna as the light either gets to my plate. Pretty much you want to shoot your antenna before you step on it, and then you want to step on the plate to close it, right? And then we kill the turrets, dunk in the music box. There's an unstop that spawns up here. We stun the unstop. We nuke him as fast as possible. And taking him out will open these doors. Now, a prismatic hunter with the arc aspect can make people amplified and give them more speed, or you can bring your own amplification ability with you, right? I was using arc souls to do it, to give myself amplify. So I go ahead and pop it, and I don't know if we had a hunter giving it to us as well. And it's the same thing. I'm running by the middle plate. The right plate is on the right, and I just go to the right plate. Even though the ending plates kind of flip-flop on where the starting plates start, I just go ahead and go. So here's the Tormentor. Now, I recommend, where I'm going to go, I recommend fighting the Tormentor from up here. That way, you're not going to get sent off the map in case he jumps up and slams the ground. I should be using my heavy, but I'm not. And once again, I want to get the final blow if possible. That way, I can see the buff that's in my antenna. My teammate dies. He comes to suppress me. I quickly take cover, reload. It's a little scuffed for us to start, but we do manage to get through it. And it's pretty much a rinse and repeat at this point on all three floors, right? The first floor is going to be the same as the second floor. The third floor is going to be a little bit different, so I'll go ahead and let the footage play and talk about it. There are turrets, they spawned up. Once again, you kill all the tormentors, the turrets spawn up, right? So have something with some decent long range. And then, we say we're ready, starter plates say they're ready, 3, 2, 1, get on. And bam, my plate lit up. They're going to start getting on the plates and we're just going to pass it back 3 times if you want to spawn the maximum amount of symbols of shapes, 2 times if you want to be as time efficient as possible, right? So there's my second time. I try to make sure I don't walk into triangles around my plate, so I don't wander around, and I turn and look to make sure I know where symbols spawn before I ever move, right? So I forget to kill the yellow bar, but he says he's going to Nova Bomb it. My antenna opens up, it's a circle. I run across the map to look for circles. There's a yellow bar, I kind of just ignore it. I get my 3 circles and I say, hey, circles are ready. That lets the person at the starting plate that has circles by them know that they can grab all their circles. My teammates over here for triangles. Now, this is the part where some teams will do it. Since triangles spawn by me, I could have easily just grabbed triangles, and whoever had the triangle symbol on their antenna could have just told me, hey, triangles are far left, and I could have just went to the far left and dunked there, but I just make everyone go back. I know it's one extra step, but I just keep people consistently going to the same places, right? So they're not confused. There it is. We lock it in. The turret spawn. The music box spawns. Everything looks safe. Anyone can dunk in. Don't forget the turrets because you'll be sitting there at the deposit box and you might die with your shapes. The more shapes you put in, the more time you get. You put in at least 10 shapes, you get the maximum amount of time. Anything after that is just a bonus. So don't try to count on who needs to put what shapes where. Just if everyone dunks, you can't go wrong, right? And if someone dies, hopefully someone else is going to make up and account for that stuff. I think someone dies right there. Yeah, they explode to the guy. Perfect. So now the third floor, we do this differently. My buddy has taught us that if we just send the signal back and forth once, right? So that starter plates send it to us once, we send it back once, we spawn just the bare minimum amount of symbols we need to lock it in. So I grab 1 symbol to lock my antenna. The starting plates would have at least 1 symbol themselves. They would run up and dunk into the music box, and it would give us enough time to take out the yellow bar, right? So you don't have to get 3 symbols apiece like the other floors because you don't need a lot of time to kill the yellow bar. The yellow bar is very squishy. So 3 tormentors spawn. They all spawn next to each other. So people are kind of fighting over who's getting the final blows. Just try to take your time. If you have like a Nova Bomb, try not to throw it on more than 1 tormentor at a time. I use Sunsinger here, and I just try to get the attention of one of these guys as best I can. And Sunsinger can take out a tormentor very quickly by himself. A tormentor somehow spawned at the back of the map, and we call it out to our teammate. I don't want to deal too much damage, so I try not to hit the tormentor with anything that's going to make it explode from one of my abilities, right? Like ignition. I don't want to get the final blow and take someone else's buff away. But I do call out the shapes for everyone because as I looked at those, someone was like, I don't see what I need, so I just call it out for them. And staying alive is the most important thing you need to do. So when the dunkers are ready, all we need is for one person to see the shapes. No one else really needs to see the shapes. So when the dunkers are ready, they say the dunkers are ready, and the starting plates will say the starting plates are ready, and then it's going to be 3, 2, 1, get on. We send it back once. I need triangle. I go look for my 1 triangle. This is the part where it's like, hey, pay attention. Make sure everyone else that needs to get their symbols first gets it. I get my 1 triangle. I say triangles are ready. I clear my comms. Subjugators spawn because we messed up the plates, so we quickly take care of them. There's going to be 3, and they spawn in the same place as the tormentors. So you're going to take those subjugators out as quick as it can be. Once again, it doesn't matter who gets the final blow. I say that I'm ready to dunk, right? So, that's a call out. I'm ready to dunk. We do the 3, 2, 1, get on. Someone already sent their signal early, but the middle plate was ready, thank goodness, because if they would have messed up, we would have spawned a second subjugator and we would have had to kill that subjugator, and it could have thrown off the flow of everybody. So synchronization is not very hard to pull off here, but it's going to save a lot of headaches. And now the music box is there. We have 30 seconds for any one of our teammates to dunk just even one singular shape, right? And it's going to give us, you know, a little bit over a minute to kill the yellow bar, and the yellow bar is very squishy. So we get a total of 2 minutes. The yellow bar is going to spawn in. We're going to stun it. I forgot to stun it, but someone else did, and it's dead. And that's the encounter. So that is the third encounter. It's very straightforward. This is the last time you see plates. So hopefully this video helps you. The reward box is back here. Hopefully this video helps you. If it did, let me know in the comment section below. If it didn't, let me know in the comment section below where you're confused. I can maybe help you in the comment section, or I can come out with another video tailored specifically to the problem you might be having. Once again, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing, and I will see you all on the next one.